All right, y'all. What's good? I'm gonna get into this quick video, man. Speaking on this power versus force. This is a book by David R. Hawkins. Pretty good book, man. I advise y'all to check it out. But I'm gonna speak on a couple of parts on here, but it's just basically speaking on the different levels of consciousness. Like you can only receive thoughts, in the range of the frequency that you're on. Like so it got 20 megahertz. That's the lowest. That's like somebody that got raped or something. So you could understand somebody feeling violated to the extreme, like, and probably on the verge of like suicide. So that's like the lowest. So when you're at that vibration of 20 megahertz, you're only going to receive those type of thoughts. So all these in the red are basically egotistical. You know what I'm saying? These are ego. And it's even like celebrities are even like, I think, pride in Hollywood. And then the rest up here is like, this is when you're transcending. You know what I'm saying? This is when you're transcending. So this is like where celebrities is at. And why do you think they pay them so much? Because they're paying them to keep people tuned in to them. And this is the frequency they at. This is the frequency that they casting over their fans and their supporters. This is why they're getting millions for this. So people can't transcend. It's keeping people right here. And people are, you know what I'm saying? Like they loving these goddamn celebrities. And they goddamn consciousness ain't even fucking halfway up. Because it's ruled by desire. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna speak on just a couple parts on this. You know what I'm saying? So the enlightenment is basically the Christ, the Buddha, all of that. You know what I'm saying? This is what they mean when they talk about hell and heaven. Hell and heaven is a state of mind. You see people in heaven and hell every day and they locked in it. And this is how they're locked in it because they're vibrating at a certain frequency. When you go back and see people for years and years and years in different cities and stuff doing the same thing, living the same life, talking about the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? Dating the same type of people. That's because they're locked within a certain vibration. You have to raise your vibration up because you can't change your thoughts. You can't stop your thoughts. All you can do is control your vibration. And that's how you change your thoughts. Your thoughts automatically change. Things just start coming to you. That's what they don't want you to know. So I'm going to speak on a couple little parts on here so we can just dive into it. You know what I'm saying? But um, basically, it's saying what seems to be at work is a form of communal consciousness, or as Hawking calls it, following Jung, a database of consciousness. This phenomenon is common in other social animals, whereby a fish swimming at one end of the school will instantly turn when its fellow a quarter mile away flee a predator. It seems this same knowing is also available to humans at a level far below human awareness. Our bodies know what is good and bad for it. Real talk. The human brain at some primal level is a wondrous computer linked with the universal energy field that knows far more than it knows it knows. The unlimited information contained in the database of consciousness has now been shown to be readily available to anyone in a few seconds at any time in any place. Children get this right away and follow with delight. There's nothing here that is surprising to them. They have always known they were connected to the database. We adults have merely forgotten it. It says, recall all the times you thought of someone and shortly thereafter they call you or you run into them. We call this synchronicity. You know what I'm saying? It says times we have a gut feeling to go the other way, to take a different course of action than we originally intended. You know what I'm saying? Just like the fish turning away automatically, it was our intuition that guided us. This is evidence of our connection to the universal energy field, the collective intelligence. We are always at all times connected to this universal energy field. This database of consciousness has the infinite ability to guide us towards good, power, and away from force, which is ego. You feel me? All right. So I'm going to just point out a couple of these. I'm going to leave a link in there. I'm trying to leave a link down there so people can probably check it out if they want to. You know what I'm saying? The average level of human consciousness today is approximately 204. You feel me? And that's at a courage level. And you might be like, oh, that might be good, but it's okay. But watch when you really break down the different levels of it and what it really means. You know what I'm saying? So it says, 85% of the human race is below the critical level of 200. The extreme negativity of a few preserved individuals can sway entire cultures and produce a global drag on the general level of consciousness, as history illustrates too well. Like, damn, you feel me? Like, do you understand what they're saying? They say the awareness level, which is calibrated for an individual at birth, only increases by about 5 points on average. That an individual's level of consciousness is already in effect at birth is a sobering idea with profound implications. Real talk. Because I see it with my kids. I should see it with y'all kids. Y'all probably heard stories when y'all was kids. I know I did. You know what I'm saying? Say at the level of pride, 175. It says the survival motive may expand to comprehend the survival of others as well. Pride has enough energy to run the United States Marine Corps. People feel positive as they reach this level, in contrast to the lower energy fields. This rise in self-esteem is a balm to all the pain experienced at lower levels of consciousness. All levels above 200 are constructive expressions of power. The decisive level of 200 is the fulcrum that divides the general areas of force and power. So when you read it, man, you will see like, but it said at the level of courage 200, an attainment of true power occurs. Therefore, it is also the level of empowerment. You know what I'm saying? People at the level of neutrality have a confident capability to live in the world. People at this level are easy to get along with, safe to be around, associate with, because they're not interested in conflict, competition, or guilt. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it says 700 to 1,000. Life is dedicated to the salvation of all humanity. True enlightenment at these levels has really only be achieved by a few spiritual masters. You feel me? Avatars. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't even know nothing about this, but I started peeping it. Like, just certain thoughts just gonna come to you once you're in a certain frequency, man. And some people can't get there because they can't clear out their subconscious. They can't clear out that doubt, that guilt. They need to blame somebody. They need to be associated with something to be blaming something. That's just how it is, man. But this is what I'm talking about, how we enter the age of Aquarius to where we're going to be experiencing, you know what I'm saying, new heights of consciousness, but they want to stop it. This is why they giving you that filth every day. This is why they pumping filth all on the radio, all everywhere. So these children, these beings can't know who they are. They want to make it harder so they can be in control. Because if everybody knew this, you know what I'm saying? Look at this. It said one individual at level 700 counterbalances 70 million. You feel me? Like, come on, man. That's 70 million people below level 200. One individual at level 600 counterbalances 10 million individuals. So you got to think about this. They're calibrating the world. They're calibrating the actual world. And the way that they're calibrating it is to where it's taking millions out. Because think about each celebrity that has followers. Kim K, Ray J, Beyonce, Jay-Z. Goddamn, you can keep going for days and days. Nicki Minaj and goddamn Cardi. You can name all of these people that got like 20 million followers apiece. So you can get an idea of what I'm saying. This is why they're getting paid so much money, because they're controlling the actual, you know what I'm saying, thought process and the consciousness of the goddamn country or the world. Shit. The world, Craig. But look though,